Today we're doing a corporate confessions. I have asked our work besties online to submit some spicy gossip, maybe a secret they're holding on to, something that they would like to confess that's happened within their working life, maybe something that they'd prefer their employer not to know. They're all gonna stay anonymous, don't worry, I'm not gonna tell you who submitted these. I actually haven't read them yet. I had my team write them down on cue cards. Corporate confessions, are we ready? I think we're ready. First one. I didn't recognize the new CEO and asked him to leave the room as this is an internal meeting. I feel like however the CEO responded to that would have said a lot about their character. I like that one. I keep Zoom screenshots of people when they look like Instagram dogs I've seen. I keep Zoom, okay, new fear unlocked. Someone's gonna take a screenshot of me during a meeting and compare me to a dog. That is, I have so many questions. How big is the folder? And what is the criteria? And do you like screenshot the dog next to the person and then save it? And then what do you do with that later? Okay. My boss fired her sister. She now started her own business and we all left to work for her. I feel like that is a really good storyline of a film. Someone should make that. I would watch it. Forgot cheese in my drawer, was on sick leave for a week, got back to the disinfestation squad? Is that what they're called? Oh my Lanta. Can you imagine being a coworker that is sat kind of similar or position to this coworker and you just start smelling something rancid? That is disgusting. It's funny probably to look back on, but I cannot even imagine the smell. I was having spicy time with my boss for over a year. Okay. At the office Christmas party, I learned that one of the managers is stealing commission. I feel like that is a very serious one. Okay, that's a secret. I accidentally deleted all files for a 30 million euro project. Took 2 months to get it back. I was not fired. I like that you were not fired because at the end of the day, we all make mistakes at work and it's how you resolve them that I feel like is more important than the mistake itself. I was accidentally given access to everyone's pay stub by HR. Pay transparency is a real thing. It's very important, so shout out HR. My husband works for the competition and we secretly exchange info to help each other out. I wonder if you've signed an NDA. My mind goes to legal, but okay. I do yoga when nobody is here. That's so wholesome. Okay. I've accidentally shut down my workplace about 5 or 6 times due to network server updates. Like, you shut down the entire workplace? I have questions about how your infrastructure is set up. I gave notice to my boss. A red flag. As you should. That's a red flag. Ew. Set a banner with a QR code to a Wikipedia page about turtles instead of the company website. I love that. That's fantastic. I bet you made a lot of people smile with that. Maybe a couple frustrated, but probably more so people smiled. I didn't realize my ex worked for the company I applied to until my first day. He is now my boss. I have questions. There's so much more to this story. I just know it, and I would like to hear it. Again, would make a great movie. The boss had a meeting to try to convince employees to stop having at work. It was that big of a company-wide issue they were having. So many of these, I have so many follow-up questions. Like, what happened to get to this point? And also, how did that meeting go? Try to convince. So did it not work? I'm gonna need a follow-up to that one. Tricking my boss to have my office crush with me during business trips. How'd you trick him? How did you play that one? That's sneaky. I waited 2 days after starting a new job to quit the first one so I wouldn't lose healthcare. Both remote jobs. You know what? I've had so many people tell me that they have worked multiple remote jobs at once, and I just cannot fathom how. Like, time management-wise, how? Also workload and just like, do you work 24/7? Again, questions. Today I made a typo on a call to action, then we sent it to 12,000 people. Fair. I think we've all made typos like that at some point in time. That probably felt terrible when you sent it, but probably no one remembers it to this day. I found a love note between two married to other people, coworkers, in the office printer. A love note? What did it say? Organized a press conference. I just know this is gonna be funny. Organized a press conference for a corporate client, but didn't do a follow-up, so nobody came. It's not funny, that's actually really sad. I hope you ended up rescheduling that and then everyone came. In my first week as a UX designer, I crashed the company's site. It took hours to fix. Were you applying changes right into production? Do you not have a test environment? Like, how does that happen? As someone who's worked in IT and worked with UX, how? You need some new workflows at your company. That's what I kick away from that one. I'm now at an executive level, and I've always lied about my qualifications. I'm a dropout. I think there are so many people out there that exaggerate their qualifications in a resume. And also, I mean, I would argue, do your qualifications of, organized education, do they really always equate to a successful employee? I feel like there's a whole other topic I could go into. I texted my awful manager, blank, instead of my work bestie, blank, is a weasel. Ooh. Did they respond? My colleague texted me on Teams, blank is pissing me off. I'm blank. I shouldn't laugh. Oh, did you answer it? I would have loved to see a response. My company pays for my phone bill, but they don't know my mom and brother are on it too. It's a solid confession. At my previous job, I realized that IM passwords were the same for everyone. I logged into others' IM. I bet you found some juice in there. I schedule send my emails to pretend I'm working. I think a lot of people do. Or they schedule send them during hours where people don't respond or aren't as likely to respond, or people that work in non-working hours and they don't want people to know that, so they schedule them for during working hours. Schedule send, great tool. I left a voicemail for a franchisee, and at the end, I called him a stupid mother effer, and I thought I had hung up. Leaving that voicemail must have made you very frustrated. I'm so curious as what this voicemail was. Okay. Sometimes when someone is rambling on a Teams call, I'll remove... Sometimes when someone is rambling on a Teams call, I'll remove them from the meeting. Ordered one extra of each office Christmas present for staff, and then I took it home. And no one found out? No one found out? I blame my cat's bite the mic as justification of noise when I attend a call in the middle of hiking. Your cats bite the mic in the middle of hiking. Okay. Last one. I mistakenly copied an interviewee on feedback for all the candidates, including them. I hope it was good feedback. I hope it was constructive feedback, good or bad. How'd you fix that one? How did you fix that one? There you have it, corporate confessions. There are plenty more where that came from, work besties. I think the reality of this is that we're all human, and some of us a little sneakier than others. So thank you for joining today, and toodaloo for now.